it should be an interesting and also quite fun affair, I would have to say. Personally, this needs to go. So here we will have the. Oh, this is up of Lincoln City. So my bad, real quick. This is um, of the old match actually, and for some reason when I searched Liverpool, it gave me Robert Kraft. So give me a quick second here. I just need to pull up the. Don't know why Yahoo's being this uncooperative. It's not technically Premier League. There we go. Now I found it. Thank you. There's the roster, or that's who is starting today for Liverpool and who is starting for Lincoln City. So the lineups here are going to be quite, I would have to say, quite interesting. You're going to have Adrian in goal. Unfortunately, we do remember what happened the last time he did play there. We had a pretty abysmal toss out of the Champions League. And for some reason, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure why this team sheet thing here says that we only have 9 people in the outfield and 1 goalkeeper. So I would say probably ignore that for right now until somebody somebody on the Yahoo side decides to fix that and realizes it as well. But here it's going to be an interesting start for Shaqiri, Divock, and Taki. Marco Grujic has been linked away and has been playing for Hertha Berlin and a lot of other actual clubs on loan. Is going to get his chance here as well. Shaqiri with a nice pass there for Kostas Tsimikas, the new signing from Liverpool coming from Olympiacos for around 12.5 million. That's actually when, again, I can't eat my food. That was again when what's it called? When we weren't able to buy Jamal Lewis for around 20 million. It was too high. Norwich decided, but here Grujic with a really nice pass that was cut out by a Lincoln City defender to Shaqiri. And also, to be honest with you, for me, the person to watch and the few kind of players here to watch is Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, and also Nico Williams. These are new players that have gotten recent contracts. They're younger players. It'll be really interesting to see how they actually do against some pristine competition and see them how they're able to do in action. These are the teams and these are the competitions, even though it is just the EFL and it is just some people would say this is not very important. It is very important for a lot of these squad players and a lot of these younger players as well, because they are getting their time. A lot of the times when you're not in these competitions, you're actually not even able to continue to play. You don't get any minutes, which is why the likes of Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, Rhea Brewster has been linked with a move away. That's why all these other individuals and these other players end up getting loaned out, is because we don't stay in these competitions to keep them basically entertained for the entire time, right? And to continue to develop them fully. But as you can see that we have had most of the possession here from Lincoln City. A good start for Liverpool, a good start for the youngsters, I would have to say as well. Van Dijk will be picking up the ball here. And honestly, I keep forgetting who the other player is that's in the back line, but I can't look at. I don't want to look it up just yet. And there's going to be a foul just outside of the box there on Curtis Jones. A very nice turn from Curtis. Yeah, Curtis and Harvey link up right there. Ooh, right into the back of the knee. That's tough. I'm not sure how I feel about this kid. It's kind of weird looking, to be honest with you. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I like when we stick to just kind of the basic colors, red, black, and like sometimes we'll have like a green jersey or a neon jersey. This one's just kind of weird. I'm not sure what Nike is really thinking with this one. Shaqiri's going to be thinking about this one, and also Nico Williams is going to be over the ball as well. Shaqiri with the new hair. He did get a hair transplant. Shaqiri with the hit. Oh! Big Shaq. Big Shaq. I love it. Big Shaq with an absolute butter of a free kick. He literally hit that on the inside of the post right there. An unbelievable goal from Shaqiri. You'd love to see that. Love to see it from the man. From a dead ball situation, a foul from Curtis Jones. He just absolutely picks out the top corner there. The goalkeeper had absolutely, I mean, maybe he had a chance, but I don't really think so. This was an incredible free kick by Shaqiri. It's right over the wall. It's in the top 90 corner. It's bar down. It is an exceptional free kick there from Shaqiri. Here the press is on for Liverpool. It's actually going to end up hitting Nico straight in the face, or maybe it was deemed a handball right there. Adrian does somehow come out quickly there and making all of us slightly nervous here, as we know how some of this has gone with Adrian prior times and in prior moments. But I think here he manages to do just enough, in my opinion. Here, sorry, I'm just kind of like resizing myself so that this all kind of fits nicer. Because let's be honest here, you care about who's more on the pitch than me. And they still have not updated who's on the pitch, so we'll leave it at that for now, I would say. Curtis Jones here fighting for the ball. Lincoln City is going to be able to have some possession here. The Lincoln City are going to be able to break the press. Really nice ball in behind there, but a little too much. We will have Adrian kick it out to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Grujic. It's very, I would say, I would actually say Grujic does a really just how he's built, his natural body. I think it does actually a really good job playing in that role right there. Jussie 007, we cannot show the match. That is copyright infringement, unfortunately. But if you want to hang out and talk about the match, that is what the channel is for. So it's commentary and reaction. So thank you very much. Hopefully you stick around to enjoy the content. Costas with a nice cross in there, but it's going to be deflected from a Lincoln City defender. Van Dijk is going to find Curtis Jones that came back for it to Elliott. Elliott's going to get it all the way back. Shaq with an interesting pass to Grujic. Grujic does well, though. Liverpool do maintain possession and keep the ball rolling. Reece Williams is the center back that they have not actually put on the team sheet. I'm a very big Liverpool fan, I would say, Jussie 007. Taki here is going to have it. Costas is going to be caught out there. And then Lincoln City is going to pick up the ball and the possession. I apologize to any Lincoln City fans out there. I do not know everybody on your squad. Typically, when we do the Premier League matches, I have a really good idea of most of the people on the team because I watch so much of the Premier League. But sorry, with some of these smaller EFL teams, lower league teams, I do not know actually everybody just yet. So my apologies for that sometimes. It will be a throw in for Liverpool here up the right wing. There is some confusion going on by the ref. I'm not sure exactly what the confusion is. Nico to Taki. Taki miscontrols that. Nico sticks in a foot, not able to get it out. But it looks like the Lincoln City player is able to get it out. Liverpool are able to maintain possession. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They'll maintain possession, and then Nico will pick up the ball. I think a lot of criticism has actually come of Nico Williams. Says that most of the attack from Liverpool ends up going down the left when he plays, just to show how he doesn't actually get much of the possession. He doesn't actually even work with it. So it'll be interesting to see if he's more involved in the game here. Apologies on the YouTube side. I cannot provide a link to the game. It's on ESPN Plus. If you're in the United States and wish to watch it. Costas on the left wing, the first look at the left back here. Taki is going to get it back to Van Dijk here, and then Taki's going to pick up the pitch again. I got to say, I think the uniforms are kind of cool, but I think it would have just made more sense if they made the shorts also camo. So unfortunately, they don't. But it just kind of looks funny. Shaqiri with a misplaced pass there, caught out by a Lincoln City player. Origi back to Grujic, playing a little two-touch. Basically, it's pretty interesting. We're playing like a full, almost like four, like a front four at this point. Elliott with an interestingly chipped left-footed ball there that will go absolutely nowhere. And this is another look at Shaqiri's free kick here. An absolute magnificent hit. As I said, there's no link to it. It's on ESPN Plus if you wish to watch it in the United States and follow along with us, or you can find some other means to find it. Lincoln City here in possession are going to go back all the way to the goalkeeper. He's going to be able to hit it out long to the midfield line. Good intervention there from Williams. The young center back there, Liverpool has had issues, and a lot of people have necessarily actually complained about the lack of center back and the lack of center back options. Actually, link to stink. We cannot play the match because that is copyright infringement and that is illegal. So that will not be able to be possible. Unfortunately, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully, you will stick around and hang out and chat with us and enjoy the content and the commentary as well. The ball will go out of play there, and then Nico Williams here is going to have a throw in. Are you a Liverpool fan or a Lincoln City fan? We do pretty much do all of the Liverpool matches, so we will be back here on Monday for the Premier League match against Arsenal. Taki's going to get the ball up to Williams again. Really good control here from Liverpool pretty much the entire game so far. Nice. Liverpool fan here. And then Nico's going to have a break here. He's going to go to the middle. Cross, nowhere. Lincoln City's nice defense gets it out. Now we're back in control again. Jones. A nice cross all the way to Kostas. Kostas, a really nice control there as well from the new signing. Shaq to Grujic. Shaq. Back to Grujic, back to Kostas. Beautiful one-touch passing. And then Kostas with a really nice cross in the box. Is he going to take a hit? Oh, Curtis Jones is not able to wrap his left foot around the ball there. And he's not able to get that finish. But it was really nice movement here. You're seeing 1, 2, 3 one-touch passes with a nice one-hit ball in the middle. Kostas right there. Really nice cross in a dangerous situation. It was fantastic from the new left back. He may give Andy Robertson a run for his money. Here, Taki's going to get the ball at the top of the box, and he's going to curl it in with his right foot. The Liverpool press caused a turnover for Lincoln City here, and Taki just absolutely slots in an upper 90, nice corner strike with the right side of his foot. And here, Valeria Carvajal from Brazil, how are you doing? We have a lot of Brazilians on the team. Here, Lincoln City's playing out from the back. The center back's looking, and he just passes it straight to Elliott. Elliott, it's get caught out by the same center back, falls to it literally falls right to Minamino, and he just wraps his right foot around it. An absolutely beautiful finish. It honestly looked like a training pitch finish, though, as well. Really good start from the Liverpool players here. As expected, this is a lower league team, but it is very good to see the young players and also some of the senior players that are technically, our bench players, not our first team players. It's really good to see them get action and also to get them their confidence up. Because when these players have their confidence and they're running through these games, and then you put them in against a big match, say against Arsenal, Chelsea, or somebody like that, they have the confidence that they're able to go get you that goal. So beautiful finish there from Taki Minamino, and for some reason, ESPN did not update has not updated the. There it is now. It's 2-0. Good. It updated. Allison here, or no, not Allison. Adrian to Grujic. Grujic almost gets caught out, but does a very good job. Yeah, fantastic. Link to stink. Very good. Very good start here for Liverpool, and really nice goals. The first goal was was beautiful from Shaqiri. It was around like a 28-yard free kick, wrapped with his left foot, top corner. Goalkeeper had no chance. This one, an absolute beautiful Taki Minamino finish with his right foot from outside of the box. So actually, both goals coming from outside of the box. And here they're going to play a ball in behind, right off the cross. Adrian gets a hand to it. It's going to be a goal kick or corner kick for Lincoln City. Really good job there, I would have to say, from Lincoln City. Kind of catching us sleeping there 100%. The Lincoln City player had a complete run-in and get a cross in from the back line. Really nice cross. Good hands there and good awareness from Adrian. Lincoln City here on the right wing. They decide to play it short. It's going to go out for a throw-in. They retain possession. They continue to have possession, and it will go out of play again for Lincoln City. It's just a little kind of just scruffing back and forth there on the right wing. A great start here again for Liverpool in the first 20 minutes. Lincoln City trying to get out of the trap here, and then Liverpool will get the turnover here. They're able to go on the break. Taki with the ball, continuing running, ran into Curtis. Curtis now looking. Curtis gets a crossfield ball over to, I think, Nico Williams. Now Nico Williams is thinking about crossing. No, he actually gets caught out by a Lincoln City defender, and it will be a turnover. Lincoln City left back did an excellent job in that situation. I have to say, Lincoln City, like for how they are, I mean, they obviously are just outclassed physically and mentally, I would say, but they do play like pretty nice football. You see how they actually try to like play football and pass the ball 1-2 touches and nice touches and move forward. So I have to give it credit to a lower league team like that, playing for playing to their strengths and not really changing the way how they kind of go about their game. You have to respect that 100%, I would say. And something I do respect. Apologies. It is work hours, so I do have to check my email real quick. We're good. Here it is going to go throw in for Liverpool, and I think we're going to regain possession, just kind of work up the pitch once again, and move forward from there. Van Dijk is going to be looking and probing. He's going to find Shaqiri. Shaqiri turns upfield, nice turn to Taki. Taki with slightly a poor touch, does not let him turn. Taki's going to get it to Van Dijk, and then back up to Williams. His first, I would have to say, this is probably his first senior appearance for Liverpool. So credit to Williams sticking it right there with Van Dijk. A pretty good partner to have in defense, I would have to say. Some beautiful one-touch passing going on between Elliott, Nico, and Curtis Jones. You got to say these three definitely have a really good chemistry together. James Roach 14. If you are in the United States, the channel to watch this on is ESPN Plus. If not, you can follow along for the commentary. That's kind of the best we got. But if you have ESPN Plus, you can take a look from it there, or you can try to find a stream out there in the universe. I'm sure there is one. Shaqiri thinking about maybe hitting this one again. No, I think it's too far out. It's going to be a cross. Crosses into the box. It's going to be headed out for Lincoln City. Taki's going to take a hit, and it's going to be deflected for a corner. Taki did get a pretty good contact on that ball right there. and on that hit. So credit to him. That was a nice cross into the box there. Lincoln City holds a really nice line. Good defense from them. Very funny. Taki was actually taking a picture with Thiago Alcantara when he was younger, idolizing him. And here's going to be a low hit corner. It does beat the first man. Shaqiri maybe is going to be able to get to it again. Finds Elliott. Elliott just needs to get it all the way back, and Liverpool are going to have to reset. There is no link, no pal. I apologize. It is on ESPN Plus if you are in the United States. And if you want to go find the match somewhere else, I'm sure it is somewhere out there in the world. But if you want to listen to the call, the commentary, and hang out with some Liverpool fans or even some Lincoln City fans, might as feel free to stay and hang out. Van Dijk here is going to have the ball. He's going to get it to Willie. No, it's actually going to be, it's going to be Williams. Williams is going to get it all the way back up to Nico Williams. So Williams to Williams right there. You can see how Nico Williams doesn't push as far up the pitch as Kostas does. Kostas is pretty much further than Van Dijk. They're kind of, you can see how the team plays slightly different without Robertson and Arnold, because those two are so far pushed up the pitch. The younger players here, not as much, but still exposing and using the flanks. Kostas here on the left as we speak. Thinking, trying to make a move, thinking about it, passes it back to Taki. Taki thinking about it. Taki gets it to Curtis. Curtis is going to drive left. He's going to get it to Taki, a little too hard from the control, but Taki maintains possession, gets it to Kostas. Kostas to Taki again. Taki, I think, is going to go back to Van Dijk, and he's going to go all the way back. Van Dijk plays a beautiful diagonal to Nico Williams all the way on the right wing, and exceptional touch from Nico there. Nico's going to take a hit with his left foot. It's going to be blocked and headed away. It's going to fall in front of the box. Lincoln City trying to regain possession here, trying to see if they can get it up. Grujic will end up winning the ball. So Liverpool once again on the siege, I would have to say. The siege continues, and the siege will most likely continue for 75 minutes. So if you are a Lincoln City fan, this may be quite a long match. But also, before I say that, anything can necessarily happen too. So, I mean, Liverpool has blown leads plenty of times. Lincoln City is going to get this ball out here, and it should be most likely a yellow card there for Williams. I would say he would be lucky to get away with it there, and I think he is going to get away with it. He will not be charged with the yellow card. Lincoln City restarts the play. Nice touch. They're going to have a possibility of a chance on the left wing to cross it, but nobody's in the box. They're still playing. Not many people are able to get up the pitch. Lincoln City are going to go all the way back to Ayoya. Liverpool with the press here. Basically, the entire front line is there. Lincoln City plays a nice diagonal to the left on the right wing. Costa's there to play defense. He's going to get it out for a corner kick. Not the best result if you're necessarily a right back in that situation. You probably want to get a corner out of that. And thank you for the follow on Twitch. So Saraya, maybe. Am I butchering it? I'm so sorry, but thank you for the follow on the Twitch side of things. Very much appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. On the YouTube, if you're subscribing and stuff, sometimes it doesn't pop up, so I apologize if I don't see it or anything like that as well. I pretty much only get for sure notifications on the Twitch side of things. So sometimes they pop up for YouTube and sometimes it'll say something. So I apologize if like you do sub and it's missed. Sometimes we just don't get notified. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Now Taki here, or there's going to be a little break of play. Van Dijk's going to be able to restart the play here. Williams to Williams. Or no, that was Grujic. Grujic typically finds himself, I guess, in the restarts of the possession here, he finds himself actually playing between the center backs, which allows Nico and Kostas to push up as much. Typically, a Jordan Henderson will do that. Lincoln City here are in behind. They're going to get a nice cross. They whiff. Oh, we almost even scored an own goal right there. Grant totally should have put that away from Lincoln City. This was beautiful play from Lincoln City. You have to give them credit. There was a possibility for offsides there, but you have to say they did a really good job. Liverpool needs to slightly wake up on that aspect, and then Kostas was able to come in from his position and kick it out of play. Lincoln City with the corner is going to get by Elliott, he's going to continue running to the byline, get across in, header. Ooh! Ooh! We were done there. If he gets any contact, it's a goal. This is the first real threat on the Liverpool goal this entire possession here. I'm trying to see who it was for, like, I think it was Enoya. If he Melbourne with the absolute beautiful cross, and Neuer's right there. If he's able to get over it, over his head and head it downwards, it's an instant goal, and it's 2-1 again because Adrian was beat on that one. A crossfield ball that's going to go all the way back to Palmer in goal for Lincoln City. As I said, these matches against lower league teams, sometimes you have to be very careful and not get too comfortable. These things can happen. They can get a quick goal like that and catch you sleeping. You have to understand that this team is still trying 120%. They're playing against Liverpool and the current champions of England. So they're going to try the full 90 minutes no matter what. You cannot fall asleep. We almost fell asleep there. Good save on our part, I would have to say. That was very close. Grujic is going to be marauding forward. He's going to find Elliott on the edge of the box. Elliott's thinking for a cross. He gets a cross in, but it's going to be going out for a throw-in. Nice block there by, I think, Melbourne, I think was the right back there, or the left back for Lincoln City in that situation. Nico here is going to have the throw-in, get it to Elliott. Elliott all the way back to Williams. Shaq. Big Shaq. Van Dijk's going to get it back to Williams, and I'm assuming this ball is going to go to the next Williams. It does. It's kind of easy when you're commentating. It's like Williams to Williams. Williams with the cross all the way into the box, and it's going to be cleared out, but it's going to fall to a Liverpool player. He's going to take a hit. I think Curtis Jones was the one taking a hit there with his left foot. It was, and it was deflected out for a corner kick. And here we'll have the corner. I think Shaqiri takes the in-swingers from the top. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he's the one that takes these corners. Sorry, just getting my liquid food in me. Lincoln smashes Bradford. Now we're going to get smashed to Lincoln. Yeah, but a little different type of play, a little different type of competition, I would say, when you go from Bradford to Liverpool. Low cross there from Shaqiri once again, and Lincoln City is trying to get out of their own half right here. Like, it does a very good job there. And then it should go out of play. No, it is out of play for Liverpool. Grujic applauding the referee for his call right there. I don't know if he was right, to be honest with you. I think that should have been a Lincoln City throw-in, but hey, to each their own. Van Dijk is going to most likely end up passing this to Kostas. No, he does not. Curtis Jones falls into the gap. Jones to Kostas. I have to say, Kostas does look pretty good, pretty. Yeah, it was the best game you could play, but also, Origi, a nice long ball to find Origi in the box. He's going to head it down to Curtis Jones. Jones with the right-footed effort. He's going to score! Curtis Jones, the youngster, after signing his new contract last year, is going to put this game to bed with a 3-0 lead here quickly in the first 30 minutes of the match. Still does not matter. As I said earlier, these games can change at any moment, as we just saw. Lincoln City gets in behind, almost has a goal, and it would have changed the game completely. That's a really nice cross from the young center back Williams. A really great header as well from Origi to get the ball knocked down to Curtis Jones, and Jones just wrapped his right foot around it. Anderson couldn't do anything because he was right behind him. Yeah, the score could change. Most likely we'll say, well, I think the result won't necessarily hold as is, but there have been a few times where Lincoln City, you're like, they can score here. And they're the ones trying 120%. Liverpool sometimes are not, especially when you're in this position. Shaqiri with a misplaced pass there and a really nice move by, great footwork there from the Lincoln City player. Bradley is going to unfortunately hit that cross out of play there. But better possession, better movement from Lincoln City. Unfortunately, you would have to say the first two goals they gave up, I would say the first one was unavoidable unless you just don't make the free kick. The second one was a mistake on the defense of the turnover. The third one, I would say, was a pretty good combination play from Origi and Curtis, but most likely you should have played the man offside if you were the Lincoln City defender on such a long ball cross going like that. But it happens. And it looks like Nico's going to get in behind here. He's going to play in a cross, tries to cut it back to the 6-yard mark or the penalty spot, and does. It's going to get cleared out, and we'll end up back to Williams. Elliott tries to play across. It's blocked out for a throw-in. Van Dijk to Origi to Shaq, to Grujic. It is basically 4 Liverpool midfielders or players and 4 Liverpool players. So it's like it's a 4-4-2 reversed in the offensive way right now. I bet if you panned out the entire screen, Adrian would be pretty much on the halfway line or close to it. And then Elliott takes a shot with his left foot off the bounce there, and he actually caught it pretty well. It does go right, and it did get deflected, so we will have a corner once again. Oh no, it was on target, and it was a save. My apologies. Great play there from Elliott. That was actually bound for goal if it wasn't saved there. Good reaction from Palmer. Shaqiri with the corner once again, close. He's almost going for goal. Yeah, I mean, he almost scored it right there. That's actually, if Palmer doesn't hit that one out, I mean, that one's going in the net. Yeah, it totally is. He's going really near on that near post. I don't know what Liverpool has come up with. Maybe he's only kicking into the near post, but he is obsessed with the near post right there. So you gotta say, pretty interesting. We'll see how it goes from there. And then Shaqiri will be able to, he's going to jog himself over there in his nice camouflage shirts. He's thinking about taking it quickly. Does not take the corner quickly. The cross comes in. Still to the near post once again. I think they must have saw something and they're only going for that. Shaqiri once again with another cross in. It's going to be headed out. Great defense by the Lincoln City center back. Curtis Jones with an absolutely beautiful touch. He's going to go on his right foot. It's a goal! It's a goal again. Curtis Jones with a brace in less than 10 minutes. Wow. This one was deflected, though, so you have to kind of give him credit on this one, as in, like, you know, it's all right. Or as in for Lincoln City, it was more as in, not that it's all right, but it's I mean, not much they can necessarily do about this, in my opinion. If you're the Lincoln City, if you're the Lincoln City player there, it just comes off of his knee right there, and it's going to end up in the back of the net. You feel for the Lincoln City player there 100%, but you don't really feel that bad for the Liverpool players. So there's that. And now this match is 4-0 before the break. I can't say when the last time I've ever seen like something like this from Liverpool, but this is definitely what the EFL Cup sometimes does have in store. Sometimes these matches aren't that. I would say sometimes these matches aren't that not entertaining, but riveting, as in going back and forth. I mean, Lincoln City's also won their last 5 matches against Crewe Alexandria, Scunthorpe United, Oxford United, Bradford City, Milton Keynes Dons. I mean, they're actually doing pretty well. So you have to give them credit for where credit is due. I mean, they are going against the champions of England right here. So this is typically slightly a more difficult affair, you would say. And the youngsters here definitely are out to prove something, or the subs are also out to prove something as well. You see Taki, I mean, he's giving 110% here. He's going all in for it. So I would have to say this kit also kind of looks like the Wolves kit. I'm not sure if anybody has seen that like alternate Wolves kit. It looks kind of weird. Costa's going to have the ball picked up here. Now Van Dijk will go back to Adrian. I don't think Adrian can mess up anything really on this match so far, so credit to him. Hopefully we don't see any mistakes. Get his confidence up. Van Dijk's just going to continue marauding forward. He's going to keep going. Oh, it goes back to Van Dijk. Nope. Ball picked up by Lincoln City. Lincoln City's going to try to play out from the back here. They actually do a really nice job. A really nice ball in behind almost gets there. Shaqiri cuts it out. If Shaqiri doesn't cut that one out, that's a big problem for Liverpool and most likely a goal for Lincoln City. Palmer here is going to roll it back out. It will go back to Melbourne. Kosas with the header. Elliott now has switched wings. He's down here on the left, most likely probably switch positions with one of the other players. And the referee is going to call that one a foul there. I think it was. I mean, there was a lot of contact, I would have to say, in that possession and that or into that incident between three Liverpool players. I'm sure at least one of them fouled him. I can't really disagree with that. And a nice ball in behind here from Lincoln City. They're going on the run. And I think Nico has the only choice to just hit it out for a corner, or maybe he was able to get it for a throw-in, but it doesn't seem so. Lincoln City, before the break here, 7 minutes before the break, maybe we'll have an opportunity to claw one back. Played short. Corner played short. Still short. Brinkhat's going to get a nice diagonal all the way, cross into the middle of the box, and is not able to be finished there, unfortunately. But it was a pretty interesting like move to try to finish it. I had a conversation with the other co-commentator who unfortunately can't be here today about how like sometimes I've actually scored a goal with my stomach and my chest, and right here, the player pretty much tried to just chest it into the net. Adrian was there at the near post though, so most likely would have been okay. And how are you doing, RO Pilot? UTI, I'm not, other than an infection, I'm not sure what UTI necessarily stands for, so I apologize. But thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for enjoying the content, sticking around with us here. Once again, if you guys are enjoying content, just hit the follow button, or on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. On YouTube, sorry, sometimes it doesn't pop up, so apologies if I do miss you. Twitch, it always pops up. But thank you for joining us here. Appreciate it very much. I know the game, I guess, would say has sort of gotten out of hand. But I guess for a Liverpool fan and someone like myself, this is actually this is great. I get to basically just watch a training session of all the youngsters playing, and they get tossed around the ball, and it looks beautiful the entire time. So it's really good to see the youngsters get out here and play. A lot of the times we're always focused on the first team and kind of the starters there. And it's really nice to like have in the back of your head, like, wow, we have all these players on the bench ready to go. They're better than we thought. Elliott's going to maybe be able to get in behind here on the right wing, but unfortunately not. Lincoln City's going to take possession, but Taki continues the press. Klopp looks absolutely freezing. I did not know it was this cold in England yet. If there's anybody from England out here watching, or anywhere from this area, I would love to know how cold it is, because it looks absolutely frigid up there. And Klopp is fully dressed with his entire outfit ready to go. Williams with the header here. Pretty good, I would say, pretty good showing so far. It's 11 degrees. Oh my God, that is actually really cold. And I'm assuming that's Celsius. So that is actually really cold. I mean, it's not freezing yet, but that's probably like 50s in Fahrenheit in the U.S. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's chilly. Thank you, Ollie Woodhall. Appreciate that very much. Here, Bradley's going to have a throw in. Lincoln City trying to get back into this. It will be difficult to get back into it. Unfortunate always to see the stands empty. I'm someone that I still myself personally have not gone to a Liverpool match. I was supposed to actually go to the match against Chelsea at the end of the season last year, but COVID obviously put a wrench in that plan. So unfortunately, I was not able to see us win the title in person, but nobody technically has gotten that opportunity, right? So unfortunate for all of us, but at a certain point, we will all be able to celebrate and enjoy it at the end of the day. Williams. Sorry, this is Curtis Jones. He's going forward. He has Williams on his right, leaves it a little short. Williams with the cross was under his foot. Maybe Kosas will be able to get to this on the left wing. Kosas does. Great interception, great sliding cackle by, I think that was Bradley again, the Lincoln City right back. Nice play from him. Kostas, I would say he still looks too skinny, but that makes sense. In a little bit, he'll put on weight and get ready for like the Premier League and get on more muscle and such. That typically happens with newer signings that come in. They have to go through all the training programs and fitness programs to basically to get them up to speed. We're gonna have a corner here for Liverpool. I think this will be Kostas with the cross from his left foot there. There you see Fabinho doing some drills on the left. The cross is in. It's going to fall to Origi. Origi hits and absolutely slices the shot right there. It goes sky high in the middle of nowhere. The ball in here there for Origi did not work out, but the ball did. It was a pretty good cross. It actually almost found the head of Van Dijk. But yeah, Origi makes a complete mess of it. Unfortunate to say the least. It was on his weaker foot though. Palmer here is most likely going to look long for this one to find ahead of a Lincoln City player, maybe for someone to be able to run in behind on the Liverpool defense. The kick is long. Taki is able to get control of the ball, and then it's going to go out for a Liverpool throw in. Brewster, China. Tour build. Yeah, Brewster. I mean, if Brewster wants to go to China for the money and everything like that, he's more than, I mean, that's his decision, but I also think Brewster's I would feel kind of upset if he left, to be honest with you. He's an academy product. And then Lincoln City's going to try to chip Adrian off of a turnover. Scully, honestly, had a pretty good idea. Adrian was out of his box there. Got a really quick turnover in the midfield. Turnover from Harvey Elliott, actually, and then he just thought about kicking it there. If that's on target, it actually does trouble Adrian. So, I mean, really good heads-up play there from the Lincoln City player. Good job, Avery. I actually really like Rhian Brewster. I actually kind of feel bad that he's most likely going to leave. There's just no spot for him necessarily on the team and the squad. But wherever he does go, as long as he get a sizable fee or he at least stays, I'd like that. But I also hope for all the best for him wherever he does end up going. Really nice move there. Wow, look at that! I got to get the name of 22 now. Oh, it's Inoue again. The center back has just literally gone the entire length of the pitch and then gave it to and then passed it to Adun as well. And they went up the entire length of the pitch themselves, made an entire run. Absolutely beautiful. Williams does a pretty good job here, I would say, playing center back in the defense. He gets a really good touch there on the ball to send Adun all the way left. And then Adrian has to make the save there. Adrian comes out again. He makes the catch. Good job. Adrian always makes me nervous. Sorry, everybody. I apologize, but he's extremely nerve-wracking sometimes. as are most sweeper keepers. Just terrifying, to be honest with you. At any moment, it could go completely awry. Idron's going to have the ball here. In about 15 seconds, the whistle should stop for halftime. And then we will do answer any questions, comments, or anything like that. Talk about the upcoming matches, how kind of the EPL has been going as well. And then I will take a quick few-minute break so I can get some water in my system and breathe. Here, Liverpool, the halftime whistle has blown, and Liverpool will be taking a 4-0 lead into the halftime here. Very good job. Absolutely beautiful strike from from Big Shaq to open up the scoring. Xherdan Shaqiri does well there, I would say, with his absolutely beautiful left-footed shot in the top right corner. And then you have Taki Minamino that came in with it was a mistake and a turnover by Lincoln City at the edge of their box, and Minamino just slotted away absolutely beautifully. You have the Jones brace as well. The Jones brace, the first one came off of a nice long ball for his first appearance. Williams plays a really nice long ball from center back, cross field, finds Origi in the box, but on the left side of it, and Origi heads it down. Curtis comes right onto that ball, wraps his right foot around it, and puts it in the back of the net. That was the third goal. The fourth goal was a Curtis Jones goal from outside the box, but this one was kind of deflected, so I feel bad for that one. I would say for Lincoln City, the ones that could have been avoided, I'd probably say the last Curtis Jones goal most likely could have been avoided. The first goal, it was from a dead ball. The only thing you could do there was possibly just not foul and not give him that opportunity. But the other ones were the ones from open play were pretty good. The only thing you could really done for Origi not to head that down was originally playing out offside, but the way how Liverpool is pushing up the pitch doesn't really allow Lincoln City to have that opportunity to actually play somebody offside like that, which kind of ended up with the ended up with the goal. Here we're going to go through the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool has 12 shots to Lincoln City's 4, 5 on target to 0 for Lincoln City. Liverpool is leading the quarter battle from 6-4. Lincoln City has been called offside 3 times. Liverpool has committed 2 more fouls than Lincoln City's 4, and there are obviously no yellow cards and no red cards. I actually thought Nico Williams got really lucky to not be carded on the earlier foul around the 20th minute mark. There actually, if you see the picture on the pitch, there's a bunch of Liverpool players out there. I'm assuming some of the first team just having a kickabout. And that's for any Lincoln City fan out there, this is actually a really beautiful shot of Lincoln City. I'm assuming that's the cathedral or church from behind it, behind the Stacey West stand. It's a really beautiful stadium. I actually have a very large affection for these smaller clubs that have these stadiums. I think these stadiums like this, it's the cathedral. Yeah, it's really beautiful. I love these smaller type stadiums. I actually really enjoy. I actually think they're almost more fun to going to than some of like the larger like monstrosity stadiums, just because like the atmosphere in these are bananas. Like when there's a lot of fans and everything, it's so much fun. Like everything's just packed to the brim. It's like standing room. It's awesome. And like this Lincoln City type stadium has that feel. It's got that feel of like a Bournemouth stadium or one of those teams where it's just smaller. It's just like it gives you a really like hometown feel to it, and it's really sweet. Really, I'm assuming Pilot, you're maybe from that area or from England. Maybe you've made it to a match there, but I feel like those are so much fun. Like, granted, yes, you go to like the Emirates and it's really pretty. Oh, you're a Lincoln fan. All right, there you go. Like you go to the Emirates and stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty, it's all that, but like the atmosphere is not. Like you can't create the atmosphere at the Emirates, or the atmosphere that would be created in Lincoln City here can't be recreated at the Emirates. It's just not true. It's not possible. The stadium's too big, the sound goes out, and you completely lose that vibe. The old Arsenal Stadium, the Highbury Stadium, had this kind of how it was made and everything. It was way smaller, and it did have that type of atmosphere. And then they obviously moved away from it. I've heard pretty good things from the new Tottenham Stadium. I don't know 100%. I know a friend of mine did end up going there, and he did watch a game. And I had traveled to Barcelona, the Camp Nou with him. I've gone to maybe multiple different I've been to multiple games with him. I've been to the Bernabeu with him too. And he said that the atmosphere at the Tottenham Stadium was actually really good. But he's also a Tottenham fan, so I think that's extremely biased. Obviously, if like you or I went there, we would say it was terrible. Here, Chamika, Trent. What about Trent? Anything about Trent? I love Trent. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pretty much, he's on the short list for I think PFA Player of the Year, or possibly even Youngster of the Year. I think he's actually too old. He's even gone past that. But at that point, what else are you going to do? One thing I wanted to touch on are some of the matches coming up at the fixture list this weekend. And I will pull those up just because I want to call out some big games that are going on. And also some big games for Liverpool, because there is a very big game going on for Liverpool. And hopefully I'm checking my work calendar right now. And I hope to God I do not have a meeting during that time. And I don't. So we will be most likely be able to. Ollie Woodhall. Yeah. Have either, or has anybody watched the Spurs documentary it's called All or Nothing, and it's on Amazon Prime. I was really like, I'm not a Spurs fan. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, and I guess you could say we have like a top 6 rivalry or whatever. But like after watching that documentary, I actually like have a very high sense of respect for Tottenham, how they run the club. It's kind of similar to Liverpool, honestly. Or I feel like Tottenham's like a couple years behind us in their development and how they've done stuff. But that documentary is really neat. It was also really awesome to see like all the behind the scenes in the stadium. That stadium is so nice, like state of the art stadium. Like it's beautiful. I'm just curious about the actual atmosphere of it, right? Because I think that happened to West Ham. West Ham went to the Olympic Stadium, and the West Ham's fans are like, this is the worst atmosphere in the world ever. Like, this is like, no wonder we can't win a game. It's like, there's no atmosphere. You're so far away from the pitch. One of the big games here all right, so I'm going to go down the list of some of the games this weekend. So to start off the weekend, Is it just me or is Barca breaking down slowly? No, Ollie. Actually, Barcelona has been breaking down ever since the corner was taken quickly at Anfield and we knocked them out of the Champions League. Actually, before that, technically they were breaking when Roma beat them out of the Champions League the year before in the last minute too on that 3-0 comeback. I think the whole Barcelona. This sort of interesting take on this, and it also brings me up to some really big news as well. I think the whole Barcelona thing is rather unfortunate. I think I've been to a lot of their games. I've been to Barcelona a few times. I've been to the Camp Nou. I was there for the PSG 6-1 game. That thing was absolutely bonkers. It registered on the Richter scale. It was a legit earthquake in Barcelona. That's how happy people were. It's not necessarily that I don't like the club. I like the club. But I think that it's just like there's a problem with the president and there's a problem with the hierarchy. The players understand that. The players don't like the hierarchy. So they're pretty much the entire time there was this massive tension that was building. And at a certain point, the results were going to catch up to them. The team also is getting older, right? Like you have the Busquets of the world. Kind of old. Piqué, kind of old. Wasn't always the greatest center back in the world either. He was made to look way better because they had possession 70% of the time. And they basically never had he didn't have to play defense, right? He's one of the best ball playing center backs because of that. But is he actually one of the best defending center backs? I don't necessarily know. I wouldn't say so. I take Van Dijk over him any day. But I think it was just an internal breakdown from the top down. And I think this Messi stuff has been happening for a while now. This is like repeated itself. Happened last year. He was considering leaving. It all has to do with the president and the hierarchy. Barcelona is able to figure that out, then I think they're in an okay position. Unfortunately, one of my favorite players as a Liverpool fan, I understand he is kind of crazy. Luis Suarez actually did complete his move today from Barcelona to Atletico Madrid. I just want everybody to think about this for a second. Can you imagine a team with Diego Simeone as the coach, and then you have Diego Costa and Luis Suarez as the strikers? The two biggest, I can't say the word, but the two biggest blank house players in the entire world, right? Like these guys just like cause problems all the time on the pitch. Like I can't imagine how many red cards. Yeah, Suarez is officially completed his move to Atletico Madrid. Yes, that is confirmed. He recently did move this morning. He gave a press conference, and it was actually a really heartfelt press conference. I listened to portions of it. He said that at the end of the day, it's it's sometimes like people transfer and move, but we're like he's human at the end of the day. He was trying to say, and he says that. I mean, he was deeply affected by them, like having to move teams and everything like that. So it did take a toll. At a lot of my trips and the trips I've been lucky enough to actually go to Barcelona, Messi's actually an individual that takes the taxis. So is Suarez. So I got into a taxi and he became like, once you meet a taxi in Barcelona, like you just have his number and he comes and picks you up and takes you to the airport, just like kind of thing. I also speak Spanish, so it kind of works out. But he was telling me that like, Messi will come off the airport in Barcelona and literally walk down and wait in line for a taxi like a normal person, like absolutely normal person. Same thing with Suarez. Same thing with Dani Alves as well. There's a lot of the Barca players that do that. Like they don't even like think of it as necessarily like a big deal. They'll come down, they talk to the taxi drivers, all that type of stuff. It's pretty beautiful. And Suarez was one of those people. So I can see how Suarez was pretty like upset about having to leave Barcelona. He had a lot of connection to the city. And to be honest with you, I think his family was really settled in there as well. But I think they just want to go a different direction. Honestly, I'll take Suarez back at Liverpool any second. I'm kind of upset that he went to Atletico. If he was out there on the market, like, let's go get him. Let's bring him back to England, please. Having the Pistolero on the bench, are you kidding me? Or even starting? Be perfect for our squad. So unfortunately, that didn't work out, but it does happen. But anyway, so just to keep an eye on some matches this weekend. And yes, I actually do, Ollie, the Bayern one. That was the nail in the coffin, right? I mean, that destroyed the coach, destroyed the team, everything. Bayern. When I was watching that match, I was getting flashbacks to the Brazil World Cup match where it was like 7-1. Like it was that bad. It was awful. So believe it or not, this may not act like on paper, this doesn't seem as a big match, but Brighton plays Man United at 7:30. And assuming that you're not a Man United fan here, which if you are, I respect you. I have plenty of respect for your club, everything that Ferguson did and everything like that. But we all want to see them lose, right? So Man U has had a really rough go through the start of the season. They lost against Crystal Palace. Zaha had a brace against him. That's also when Patrice Evra told everybody that Zaha slept with David Moyes' daughter, which was pretty awkward on Sky Sports. It's a pretty weird situation. Sky Sports then apologized about it. But it happens, I guess, Evra. That's what happens when you bring soccer players on as pundits sometimes, right? Or footballers. But look to that match as if they don't win that Brighton match, I think good old all at the wheel is in trouble because they haven't bought anybody. They've done no business, and nobody wants to buy their players they're trying to offload and make money off of. So this is a problem going on at Man U, which is the only reason I'm kind of circling that game, the first game in the morning of Manchester United against Brighton. So just keep an eye on that one. The Crystal Palace Everton match, that's going to be a mid-table matchup. Everton's been starting to do really well, actually, with Carlo, James Rodriguez. Actually, the derby should be interesting this year, I'll say. West Brom versus Chelsea. Hopefully the Chelsea signings are able to get off to a hot start there for Frankie and the boys. And then Burnley versus Southampton, a kind of mid-table, bottom-table matchup. Southampton, I think, again, is going to be clawing to stay out of the relegation fight this year again. And this game, I am pumped for. I'm so excited. It's honestly so early. I'm probably going to miss it, but I can't wait. Is the Sheffield United's Leeds United game. I can't wait to both of these teams. Marco Bielsa has brought his team to the Premier League, and the dude's got his team scoring like 8. He scored 8 goals. I mean, 7 goals. They scored 4 goals last game in their win, and they scored 3 goals against us as the champions. Granted, we played awfully that game, but wow. I would love to see it because it was like a team that was relegated or that moved up and that's like cemented somehow their place in the top 10. Sheffield United, all credit to the Blades. And Leeds United coming to the Premier League, and they've massive club. And they're coming back in the Premier League as well there. And then you have Wolves, Leicester City, Man City. Will most likely be the biggest match of the weekend. And then you have West Ham Wolves, Fulham versus Villa, and then you have Liverpool Arsenal to cap it all off on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And we will be here to bring that game to you real quick. The second half is about to start. I need to use the restroom super quick, and we'll be back. And perfect timing. They still have not kicked off yet. I think Fabinho was coming onto the pitch there. I'm not sure for who it exactly was for. We'll have to pay attention. Also, just look at the lineup, honestly, because at this point, when you know all the players, it's pretty easy to tell who. It looks as if Klopp has taken Van Dijk off. Makes sense. He did what he needs to do. They have the 4-0 lead. No need to risk his injuries. He's way too important a player, way too thin at center back. So Fabinho comes into the match to replace Van Dijk, give him a rest. Also give Fabinho a little more comfort at center back. Let him play the position a little more. Let him get 45 minutes going. Here, the Liverpool press is on. The ball's going to actually go in behind here. Elliott's going to be in front of goal. Can it be his first goal? No, Taki hits it in. 5-0 to start for Liverpool right there. I was actually really hoping that Elliott was going to score that, honestly, to have his first professional goal. But there's Taki's brace for the match. There you go, Taki. Get that confidence going and running. This is something that I was talking to some Liverpool fans as well before. The general idea of Taki Minamino getting some confidence and going hard like this is incredible. It's fantastic for the club, and that's an incredible pass from Taki to Elliott to even find that there. You're going to see, Curtis Jones. No, sorry, it was Jones. It was Jones to Elliott to put in a really nice ball to him. He ran onto it. And then Taki just finishes it away. Elliott, the ball was almost a little too far out. And I have to give credit to the Lincoln goalkeeper there. Palmer did a really good job of coming out and getting to that ball first. Fortunately, not much he can do with the rebound there. He pretty much just had to throw his body at it. Unfortunate there for the Lincoln City defender. Pretty much, but Lincoln City a little kind of played themselves into that, I would have to say. They did kind of play into Liverpool's press right there. Unfortunate, but and what else we can do? Just need to make sure that resets to 5, and we're good. We're back. The ball's going to come up here to Bradley, the right back, and then it's going to end up going to Harry Anderson on the run, and he's not able to get there. But Kostas is going to end up fouling Bradley here. A great run from Bradley, I would definitely have to say. So credit to you. Oh. Wait, what did I just do? Hold on, I broke something. No, I have to go up. Okay, there we go. Problem fixed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Lincoln City, I don't see. I apologize. I don't necessarily know that much about the Lincoln City players and everything like that. But I was saying maybe this is an opportunity to get some of the subs off onto the pitch and maybe give them the opportunity to play against Liverpool. I don't want to act as if like, oh, it's like a special thing if you get to play against Liverpool. But I mean, a lot of teams, especially in the lower league teams, they look to these games as like kind of a like this is what it is to get to that next level. Like it's the gauge type thing. So it would be good for younger players to maybe get in on the action. Grujic under pressure there from Lincoln City, but able to get it out. Grujic, once again, he is a tower, man. He's so tall. Williams is going to stand on the ball here, and I think he's going to pass it to Williams. Williams to Williams. Nico to Elliott. Nice ball there. And then Jones tried to play it back to Elliott, but Elliott was not on the same page as him there. So we have a call from Ollie to get Tom Hopper onto the pitch here. And then Lincoln City's in behind here. Oh, they're going to get another opportunity. Adrian saves. Again, Lincoln is still attacking. Nice ball in behind. Throw in the keeper. Can he score? He can't score. Oh, my God. Liverpool absolutely lucked out there. Oh, my. Origi here on the left wing is going to cross over, take a shot with his right foot. Nice save by Palmer. It falls right to Taki. Nice block. I have to say, the last few minutes, they were absolutely bonkers. Really good play from Lincoln City to play those balls in behind. I have to be able to see the replay again to exactly see what happened there because the replay is going exactly straight to the corner kick and why the corner kick was conceded in the Origi shot. But I have to say, Liverpool absolutely was in a lot of trouble there. Lincoln City played extremely well to put us under pressure. Adrian, questionable save if he was in or outside of the box there. I don't think there is VAR here. So that won't be checked. Cross in there. It's going to be headed out. Kostas is going to try to get it back out to Shaqiri. Shaqiri trying to control, goes off his knee, back to Kostas. Nope, he backheels it to Jones. Jones with a really nice flick to get past. He's thinking about the cross, going into the box, step over, 5 step overs, more step overs, back to the byline. Then he's going to head it in, and it's going to be out for a throw in. I think it's hit this. I think he kicked it into the side netting. I don't even think it's a corner. Or no, it is. He does kick it, and it will be a corner once again for Liverpool. Header went awry from Grujic, and it will go into the stands. Hopper is your best player. Yeah, I would like to see him get in here. I mean, look, this is the chances here from Lincoln City. You got to say, pretty unfortunate finish not to finish through Adrian's legs there. It was pretty good defense, and then a really nice ball played in behind, and then Adrian comes out. I gotta say, Adrian played that one pretty well. So, Ollie, the question that I have there, so if they play in Liverpool has VAR because they're in the Premier League. So then is VAR enabled? Isn't that kind of weird to have certain games VAR, certain games not in the same cup competition? I think there's been talk about this also in the FA Cup as well. It's kind of weird. It's like some stadiums you go and you play and there's no VAR, but then others you go and play and there is. And it actually will sometimes totally affect the outcome. So it's kind of strange, I would have to say. And here's a nice ball in behind for for Brandt to get onto. He's going to cross over, and then he's going to go for goal. Adrian, nice save. Clean save as well. I would have to say there. I mean, he granted an exceptional job getting the ball and getting past Costas there. We're looking a little more shaky, I would have to say, than we did before. Lincoln City really coming out here, putting the press towards us, and we're just a little shaky. Poor touch there from Elliott. May find itself to a Lincoln City player. It does not. Jones is going to be on the wing. He's just going to play a blind pass. It's going to be stepped into by Montsma. Taki Harvey Elliott now is going to get possession back. Now Lincoln City gets it back. And then it's going to go on the run here. Bradley's going to have the opportunity to play a ball in behind. Liverpool is playing an insanely high line. You had to see that all the Lincoln City players just checked it. And then the ball's going to go into the middle of the box. Adrian's not going to be Adrian gets a really nice block there. I think that should have been a goal there for Lincoln City. Unfortunately, the finish wasn't there. I wasn't able to see who was on the end of that one, but probably should have taken that one away. Grant here playing on the left wing. The ball will go out for a Lincoln City throw in. I mean, Lincoln City is going at it for a goal here. They want to score against the champions. They don't want them to keep this clean sheet. Got to respect it, and I love it. Keep the Liverpool players under pressure. Let them continue to keep playing. Nice defense there from Grujic on James Jones. Here's going to be the breakaway. An incredible ball from Shaqiri, but it hits Origi's foot. They're still running onto it. Nice ball there. Doesn't find Jones. Taki, it falls down to Lincoln City. It'll go all the way back to Williams. Williams gets it to Grujic to replay the possession and move the ball forward. Grujic looking and probing, trying to, I think, kill the game a little bit. It's gotten a little exciting. And that was it got a little exciting there. Mina is going to try to play in a ball there. Oh, a nice back heel there. Oh, nothing. That was Grant to Adun. Unfortunately, was not able to make much of it. Adrian here this is going to be the replays of the saves, I think. Yeah, Williams is not able to get as much on that. And then, I mean, he's one-on-one with the keeper right next to him. He's got to put that away. I mean, it's a good save from Adrian, but you should really put that away, 100%. Fabinho to Shaqiri. Fabinho filling in at center back. We have not bought one yet. So Shaqiri's ball is going to find Grujic, and then he has Costas on the wing to his left. He says no to it, finds Jones in the middle. Jones kind of stands on it. Nice dummy there from Elliott to find Nico. Nico cuts back and then finds Shaq. Shaq's going to maybe take a hit. He doesn't. Gets a nice ball to Costas. Costas is going to be able to get the cross in, and then it's going to be deflected out by Montsma. Good job from him. And I think Bradley's on his way here. He's on his horse. Continuing. Really high line from Liverpool. One-on-one with Fabinho. One-on-one still with Fabinho. Anderson is beaten out by Fabinho there. Good running from Anderson, I would have to say. Personally, what do you think about VAR? I don't like it. I don't know if you were familiar with what happened in the Crystal Palace game to Man U, but if that was me, I would have broken my television if I was a Man U fan. So that's one thing. Like the to the level that they're like literally looking at the goalkeeper and seeing that they're like an inch out or inch offside or off the line, I think is ridiculous. Like goalkeepers are just trained to do that. It's fine. It's like very natural. I think that one was ridiculous. I also think sometimes like I've seen this in Italy a lot. It's like when it's a handball and like, yes, it hits the person's hand, but the hand is down to the side, no matter what, it's going to be called a penalty. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there has to be intent and there has to be more shown to it. They did change the rules this year. Yeah, that one, like, that one I'm not as familiar with, but I did see it, and I just don't like, just let it go, right? I think it's one of those situations where you can't really like get involved as VAR. Like I think that the VAR decisions also for the offsides, if it's even, just give the advantage to the offensive player. Like the knee to the shoulder thing doesn't make sense for me. I actually just think in general, it takes a lot of excitement out of the game. And here we're going to see Diogo Jota, our new $42 million signing, is going to replace Harvey Elliott there. So it'll be beautiful to see him on the pitch. Believe it or not, this is technically our most expensive attacking player ever, which is weird to think about because he's kind of playing on the bench. But hey, but like I think VAR kills the momentum of the game. The one thing that's really pissing me off is the offsides. How they like hold the flag all over, and it's like, dude, the guy's been offside, like blatantly offside by 10 feet, and you're still gonna let the play go. Just blow it dead. Like I think that's actually gonna lead to some problems in the Premier League because if it doesn't get blown that early that it's offside, you start asking the question is like, how far can VAR go back in time and like change what happened? Because if there's a foul after that, then what gets adjudged? Does he just go offside or does that foul count? So I think there's a few things about VAR. I think in general, the idea of VAR to make sure that the game is correctly called is great. I just think the implementation still is not fully there yet. Grujic with a really nice pass to find Williams. Williams gets the ball out from under his feet, finds Grujic again. Grujic back to, no, he turns, he's looking. Grujic looks very comfortable in this team. Shaqiri is able to get the ball back to Fabinho. Fabinho with a really nice pass to Kostas. Kostas with a poor touch. Jota trying to find for it, not able to continue fighting for it. I think Adun is going to be able to have a run at Fabinho here, and Adun gets the ball there. No foul is called. No, there will be a foul called on Fabinho. I'm curious, Ollie, what do you think about the like VAR in general, or anybody else in chat as well? I'm just curious on people's thoughts on VAR. I mean, I think it's a good part of the game, but I think sometimes it's a little excessive, and we're just not there yet. I think the move to having the actual ref themselves go to the monitor to judge their own call is exceptionally is correct. I think that's the right way to do it for that aspect. George Grant will have the free kick here. This is a worrying time for Liverpool sometimes. On free kicks, we tend to sometimes fall asleep. The ball is in here. It's going to go all the way past Fabinho. I'm so sorry if you're a Lincoln City player. That totally should have been a goal. Oh, I feel bad. I feel really bad. That's Timothy Emoya. I think I'm saying his name right. I mean, he's by himself. He's just got a side footed into the net there. I mean, it's a goal. Unfortunate for him. I feel sorry for him there. I'll have to look at exactly what happened to the Villa and Sheffield Park because honestly, I didn't follow that closely enough to actually what happened. But I agree. And here's your ban. Here's your number 9. The number 9 from Lincoln City is going to make his way onto the pitch. Tom Hopper is going to be up there. And honestly, if Hopper was on earlier in the match, I bet you probably would have scored. James Jones, Connor McGrandles is going to come on from James Jones in the midfield. Because to be honest with you, I think Tom, like Hopper in this situation, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a goal, honestly. Because if he is your best finisher, I mean, there's been opportunities created in behind the defense. I don't know if it's defensively an issue or we're just kind of tired and kind of lazy at this point. Like, hey, we're up 5-0. And there's going to be a nice turnover there for Lincoln City. Really nice move already. Nico Williams is going to have to come back in the recovery. Scully gets it there. Ebola! And he scores. Tayo Adun puts the ball into the net, and he will score for Lincoln City, just as I called it, right? I mean, I told you guys were eventually going to get a goal. Our defense has been all over the place this second half, and I can't disagree with that at all. But I got to say, for Lincoln City, this is a fantastic, I guess you can call it a consolation goal. Granted, I mean, maybe they do win, right? But I mean, that's poor defense there from Williams. He gets caught out there. Williams is not able to even track back enough. And then he's just on the edge of the box and has way too much time. Fabinho doesn't stick in a foot or anything like that. And then he just crosses over and just easily slots it into the right to the right post. Really good, calm, cool, and collected finish. I'd have to say for a dude, really nice play. And good play from Lincoln City. They just wanted it more there. So congrats to you guys. Ollie Woodhall, congrats to you. And Pilot 15 as well on the Twitch side. Good job. That was a good goal. Williams down to Grujic. And I'm sure Klopp is not happy with that. Grujic with a really nice ball in behind, but good job by the Lincoln City defense. It's exceptionally there. Bradley is going to be running down that slightly long pass. I mean, Lincoln City you guys should probably have 2 to 3 goals at this point. You have a lot of chances so far. Adun, once again, ooh, nice ball in behind. I think Scully's gonna, nope, Scully's not gonna get there. I think that's Scully. Was not able to, but really good idea from there, Adun, to play a ball in behind. Here you can see the Lincoln City Brain Trust trying to discuss what they should do here. Unfortunately, I know you always want to win and everything. Try their best and see what they can come up with. They have been playing well. If I was a Lincoln City fan, I would take this performance and I'd be like, considering we're going to have to play in, a different caliber in the league, right? I mean, this is a pretty good. I mean, yes, you're losing 5-1, but you've created opportunities against Liverpool. You've actually played pretty well. Some of the goals that they've given up have been kind of like, just like individual skill type stuff, not necessarily like a team mistake. Kostas is going to be going down the wing. He's going to try to get a cross in. He does. Palmer is going to be quick to it. Palmer's going to play an out ball. He's looking for Scully. Nothing there. Curtis Jones gets it down for Williams. Williams is going to try to move forward. Gets it to Origi. Origi just has not done much other than the header knockdown. I just feel like he disappears in games sometimes. Kostas is going to have the ball here on the left wing. Not to Jota. To Shaqiri. Nice one-touch passing. Grujic messes it up. Lincoln City has the ball. And then Grujic fouls. That is blatantly a foul. So no need to complain about that one, I would say. Liverpool playing this extremely high line. Hopper is sitting in between both Fabinho and Williams, a good position to be in. The long ball is going to go on a diagonal all the way to try to find the left back. Scully will be able to run onto the ball. Oh, Scully's not able to say it. Divac's going to be on the run. He's going to find Taki. Taki's going to look up. Taki's not finding anybody else. He ends up finding Shaq. Then Shaq goes to Jota. No, to Kostas. Kostas hits, and it's going to go deflected out for... I don't think it was deflected. I think it was just a bad hit from Kostas, and it will be a goal kick. It's pretty... I mean, it's pretty good play. Pretty good buildup and everything. Tsimikas is running in there. I mean, granted, his right foot is not his strongest foot, but... Here we're going to have Curtis Jones with a nice ball in behind. It's going to be blocked out. Very good job there by the center backs once again for Lincoln City. Anoya. Hopper went from Leicester to Scunthorpe to Lincoln. Oh, he's been having... And I was reading that, and I completely missed the Marco Grujic goal, so I apologize, everybody in chat. Grujic is able to score that one and make it 6-1 for Liverpool here against Lincoln City. As this is not necessarily a packing on the pain here. This is just playing the game out necessarily. Here you're going to have Shaqiri. He was able to take a hit. He was going to find Jota. Jota plays a ball into the box, and then it was cleared out, and then Grujic just took a hit. And it just went, I think it was deflected. I think it was deflected, and then it went in. Yeah, Grujic takes the hit. Yeah. I don't know if it wasn't necessarily to say defended, but the goalkeeper, I think Monsma gets in the way there, or one of the defenders gets in the way and puts a foot there, and it looks like it's going to be deflected. Once again, those are like two deflected goals. It's annoying. I mean, it's unfortunate if you're a Lincoln City fan because the score is not necessarily representative of that really bad misplaced pass here from Grujic. Scully's going to be onto it. Scully needs to turn and pass. And then it's going to be a corner here from Lincoln City. Good job from Adun on that cross there to get it out off of the Liverpool player. I feel like that's almost like a Jamie Vardy trajectory. Now we just got to get Hopper into the Premier League, right? Or we just got to get Lincoln City into the Premier League. Hopper needs to bring Lincoln City to the Premier League. There you go. That's better. Now we just got to get a Jamie Vardy story going. Corner taken. It's a good header, and it's a goal. Hopper scores. I don't think it necessarily was Hopper who actually will end up with the credit there. I think it's Monsma, right? The center back. Got to turn around so I can see the back of his jersey. Yes, it is. Finally, there it is. Monsma with the goal off of that one. He beats Kostas in the air and it goes down. And I think it's a goal before Hopper needs to actually head it in. So I think it will count as Motsma's goal. But Hopper there right on the line. Yeah, there's no like VAR or goal line technology, but it definitely is in there. A really good screening play from Lincoln City going into the back, and he's actually out jumping Nico Williams and Fabinho. Not necessarily the tallest players you could ever have there. So a 6-2 affair here we have. Quite entertaining. As I did say, there were going to be goals for Lincoln City. I knew this was not necessarily over in the sense of goal scoring. No, it was over in the sense of the game, but in goal scoring, this may not end anytime soon here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are playing like just take away the two deflected goals, right? It's 4-2. It's not. You guys are playing pretty well. And yes, we're playing a lesser squad, but I mean, you're playing pretty well against Liverpool. I would have to say, if you're like as a Lincoln City fan, Ollie, I'd have to say you're doing pretty well here. Same thing with Pilot too on Twitch. Williams will have the ball here. Patience, I think, is going to be the name of the game here for Liverpool. Grujic has dropped between both of the center backs. Yawn and drink coffee. Drop between both of the center backs. Jota's going to be able to have a run here. I've not really seen much of Jota. Nice pass there by Divock. Divock gets it stuck under his feet, and he can't really do much with it. And then a nice ball in behind, but it's going to end up rolling into Fabinho. Taki's trying to look up. He's trying to look up, see where he can play a pass. Taki ends up playing a pass to a Lincoln City defender instead. Bradley to back to Taki. Bradley played a really bad ball there, and I think it's going to be a foul on the edge of the box right there, and it's going to be a possible free kick situation again. And Moya got kind of caught out. Granted, I don't think that was a Moya's fault. Bradley put him under really bad pressure there with I would say, not the greatest pass in the world. Yeah, Moya, I mean, then again, if you also let Taki and you don't foul him, it's most likely a goal and it's 7-2. So I think he had pretty much no choice there in that situation. TJ Moya, or Timothy, sorry. Why did it say TJ on the screen? Everybody's over this one, trying to get their name on the score sheet. Shaq, Kostas, and Fab all over the ball. Let's see if Fabinho gets his wishes, the more senior player, to hit this one. Free kick. Shaq stepping, doesn't step. Fab takes the hit. Oh! He goes for actually not the near post, but he goes for the far post bottom right corner, and he's just he's like a half foot away from it. He's like a half foot away from putting that in at the bottom corner of the net right there and putting Liverpool up 7-2. Nice shot there from Fabinho. As I said, seniority, I think, took over there, and he was able to take the free kick. Sorry for the yawn. Palmer here is going to have the free kick. Liverpool has 21 shots to Lincoln's 11. Williams is going to get hit off of that ball there. The other Williams Nico will have to try to clean it up. Nico Williams again trying to clean up the mess that was created. Grujic with the header. Liverpool trying to get this out of their half and kind of maintain possession on the match. Shaqiri tries to play Jota in, but it's going to be a short pass, and then Bradley's going to pick it out. Bradley, I think, finds Scully. Scully runs into Fabinho and others. Taki with the pass to Curtis Jones. Jones looking behind him just in case. Curtis is still looking. He's going to play it to Taki. Taki's probably going to have to go backwards. He doesn't. He goes forward. Nico's made a really nice run. Nico back to Taki. Grujic to Fabinho. Yes, lots of goals. Williams to Grujic. Grujic to Origi. Origi's still, as I said, kind of just been more quiet than I would have expected. I mean, granted, he's trying to play up front, play the 9, but I feel like he hasn't gotten as involved as he should have. Sorry for the yawn. Fabinho to Grujic. Shaq. Oh, and the pass is going to be cut out there. Poor pass from Fabinho. And Dune's going to have it. And he's going to be able to play it there. Oh, Williams does a good job in hitting that ball out, but Lincoln City almost were there to spring a counterattack from a really misplaced ball there. Once again, Liverpool kind of playing themselves into this trouble and Lincoln City jumping on it. The ball's going to come in. Curtis with a nice, or Nico Williams with a good block there. Melbourne with the throw. Melbourne again. It's going to go. It's a misplaced pass there from Melbourne. Lincoln City does retain possession though. They do not. Nico's on the ball. Curtis to Costa to Nico, trying to clear it out. Curtis all the way back to Reese Williams and then to Fabinho. Hi, call me. Hi, Reaper. How are you doing? I'm. You can call me Frank. Yeah, that works. Frank works. Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the YouTube side of things. Very much appreciated. Adrian here is going to get the ball up. Really nice ball there to Curtis Jones. Maybe Curtis is going to be able to release someone. No, cuts back. Good midfield play there from, and that's a pretty bad tackle, I would say, from Taki. No need to really make that tackle at this time of the match and kind of just the general score line of the match. I feel for Grant there. I hope there's no injury or anything like that. His ankle gets caught under there. It's a pretty bad tackle from Taki. I'm surprised there's no yellow card, honestly. Nice to meet you, Reaper. Are you a Liverpool or a Lincoln City fan? Here's the play again. I think this is where Nico Williams gets blocked and hit in the face. Yeah, the real question, Reaper, is: are you a Lincoln City or Liverpool fan? I'm a Liverpool fan, Reaper. Born blood through and through Liverpool fan. Liverpool. All right. I'm sorry, Ollie. You're not getting as many Lincoln City fans here, but on the Twitch side of things, Ollie, there is a Lincoln City fan in Pilot, so he is there. You are not alone, sir. Playing a really good match. Liverpool is here. It's really nice to be able to see youngsters out here. Curtis has a brace. Minamino has a brace. Shaqiri has a very beautiful outside of the box free kick in the upper 90 to open up the scoring. Reese Williams has been playing really well at center back so far. I'm not sure if he's necessarily ready for the Premier League, but definitely getting some good game time here. Adun is going to end up fouling Shaq. Ollie Reaper. Hey, it's okay if your English isn't that great. Don't matter. And then I think it's going to be Shaq's going to come off for Naby Keita here. This is a look at Shaq's first goal. An absolute just beauty. Absolute beauty. I actually maybe thought that Palmer, the goalkeeper, I don't know why he just put his hands back. Maybe if he kept his reach out there, it would have been way better. But I'm not sure about that. I maybe he thought it was going to hit the bar and go over. He didn't do it. But Keita coming on the pitch here. And then we'll go from there. Hey, be nice. Yeah. So Reaper, I think I agree with that. Actually, I think I actually really like Brewster in him coming up through the academy, and I actually think he fits our style of play way better than Origi did. Granted, Origi did win us the Champions League pretty much, but I think getting rid of Brewster would kind of be a mistake just for our academy and how we play. Jota with the really nice interchange, and Jota takes a hit, but he's off the mark by around 6 inches there. I don't. But the problem is, I think you can get more money for Brewster, obviously, than Origi. But that was really nice 1-2 play there and link up from Jota and Keita. Oh, Jota almost had that going in there. But I think keeping Brewster would be great. He's he's a workhorse. He's a poacher. He's a striker. I just don't. I like it. I don't want to get rid of him. I think he's better than Harry Wilson as well. Harry Wilson's more of a set piece person. Just doesn't not as much as a runner. Origi, as I've been saying kind of throughout this whole game here, he hasn't this is a game he should dominate, and I should be calling his name a decent amount. Yes, he has a header that was knocked down to Curtis Jones for a goal, but that's pretty much all he's done. I haven't really called his name much. He should be dominating this match physically, and he's not. He just finds a way to tend to disappear, and then he'll pop up for like a big goal randomly, and you're like, oh my God, we can't sign him. And Lincoln City's going to get possibly a second or a third goal here, but it's right at Adrian. It was a real chance there. It was a beautiful cross and good link-up play from Lincoln City from across in from right to in. And I think Archibald's going to be the one that's denied at the goal here. Hopper was the first one in line. Oh, beautiful. Archibald's got to score that. I mean, Adrian's just sitting in the middle. Got to put that one away there if you're the Lincoln City player. I think it just fell to the wrong person. If that falls to Hopper, as Ollie would say, it's going to be a goal. But there, it unfortunately falls to Archibald and not to what's it called? Sorry, to Hopper. And Costas here trying to appeal with the referee for his foul on Scully. I would have to agree with him. Reaper, I'm curious, what do you think of the Liverpool kit right now? If you're able to see it, it's pretty interesting, I would have to say. This teal camouflage is pretty neat, and there's going to be a picture of the beautiful cathedral behind the Stacey West stand. Lincoln City's going to try to get a cross in here. Scully, nice link-up play. The cross is going to come in, possibly. No, blocked out. Grealish is the first one to it. It's going to be a corner. You think you're going to get... Yeah. That's awesome. I think the shorts should match, though. I think the shorts need to have the same camouflage that's on to the shirt, though. I think that's the only thing. Here, the corner coming in. Bradley with a cross. It's going to go in. Oh, it's almost a goal. Adrian was interested there. Oh, Lincoln City is getting these opportunities. I'm not going to lie. They really are. If you're a Lincoln City fan, you have to be pretty content with how your team is playing. Hopper was there. It was almost there for it. Really not that far. Beautiful header there. Unfortunately, just doesn't find the back of the net. The Lincoln City top and kit kind of looks like the Sheffield one. Kind of like similar. Well, it's not as many. It's the white stripes aren't as strong, but it's similar kind of like idea in the red top and the black shorts. But I like it. It's a nice kit. Reese Williams to Fabinho. Fabinho to Keita. Then to Taki, to Jota, our new most expensive attacking signing ever. Kostas and Jota have a really nice link-up play. Kostas go in for the header to Origi. Origi is not able to get his head on it. It will be going out for a corner kick, and it seems as if there is a Lincoln City player down. I think it's... Who is this? I think it's Monsma. Oh, yeah, I think it is Monsma. He kind of goes here. We're going to see it again. Kostas with the cross in here. Monsma's... I'm not... Maybe Origi catches him on the back. I do have an Instagram, like a personal Instagram. Not a like Real Life Sports one where we do all the sports. But we do have a Discord that you can join and like chat us up about all that type of stuff. It just scrolls to the bottom of the screen. And we also do have a Twitter. We have not moved into the Instagram side of the world yet. I do have my own personal one though. Yes. I'm not a boomer. Kidding. You don't need to have an Instagram. It's okay. Nico Williams here is going to have the throw in. I tend to find myself spending more time on Instagram than I do on other things in my life that I should probably focus more on. So, but hey, teach their own, you know. Nabby to Fab, back to Fab. Okay, yeah, no problem, Reaper. And then we do most of the Liverpool games, so we will be back here on Monday for the Arsenal match at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Reese Williams coming up here. He's going to get a nice ball here for Jota. Jota gets a nice ball. It gets cut out there by Lincoln City. Minamino is able to turn that ball over, takes a shot. It's going to be deflected. Kostas, nice ball in for Jota. Jota is one of those players that continue running and never stops running. Lincoln City does get the turnover there. Scully's going to look up, try to find Adun. Hopper is running the He's trying to run onto the high line that Liverpool's playing there, but it's going to be out for a throw-in, and it'll be further up the pitch. Bradley. Turn over to Grujic. Grujic to Origi. Origi turns. Origi's moving. Origi's going. Origi's trying to go between three and absolutely gets. I guess the referee doesn't call a foul there because he doesn't know who to call the foul on. Naby continues trying to grow forward through it, and finally the foul is called on Keita. It's funny you say that. I'm slightly worried about the game actually on Monday. Arsenal's given us a lot of trouble recently. In the last game we played with them, we had two awful defensive lapses and basically gave him that 2-1 lead, or those two goals, and that it was just awful. Arsenal's been like that weird top six team that's like been our Achilles heel, which typically was never them. So I think it's like an Arteta Klopp thing. Arteta's like in the head of Klopp or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park at all. I think it's going to be a pretty difficult match, honestly. Nothing much happened when you were gone. Don't worry. But hopefully we'll be able to get 3 points against Arsenal. But I do agree. I think it will be a tough match. They've only gotten better. They haven't gotten worse. So, I mean, we've gotten better, I guess. I think Thiago will most likely play also. Played a good 45 minutes against Chelsea. I was hoping to maybe see him get featured here in this match, but I don't think he will. He was actually not even signed up to be on the subs for this. There's be a foul there by Lincoln City on Taki. Keita plays the ball back to Grujic. Grujic, Keita to Reece Williams, to Curtis Jones, to Nico Williams. Williams cuts back, and then he's going to be fouled there on the cutback. Nice move there from Williams, baiting into that foul, kind of killing the game here, killing the amount of time. Granted, I feel like as if Liverpool just kind of want to move on with this game and let the time run out. Kostas and Nico over the ball. I'm not sure what language they're speaking because I don't think Kostas speaks English that well and Nico doesn't speak Greek. So sometimes I wonder how these players communicate with each other. Kostas with the cross in. Nice defense there from the center back. Wasn't able to see who it was. And then Kostas gets the ball all the way back to Naby, who is playing the last defender there. To Taki. Taki plays a touch that doesn't end up finding anybody. I think he was just off the page with Jota. Jota was supposed to kind of still be up there as the striker up there, but unfortunately it was not. So it's going to be a turnover, but good defense there once again from Lincoln City. I wouldn't even say Lincoln City got smashed today. Yeah, the scoreline may say that, but it hasn't been like a thumping. We've had more opportunities than most teams in the Premier League even have against us. So, I mean, it's pretty good. Fabinho to Grujic. Grujic all the way back to Adrian. I think it'll be interesting to see one of the transfer news is just kind of lining up for Liverpool. It'll be interesting to see if we actually get any replacement there at center back. And Adrian almost ends up, he played that ball really late. Great press there from Lincoln City. I think it was Hopper going for it. Yeah, Hopper had the press there and almost actually got a goal hitting that from Adrian, but I think he actually ended up fouling him. But hey, that happens, you know. But one of the transfer stories just around the world, one thing to update on is Luis Suarez has left Barcelona and will be joining Atletico Madrid. For some people that don't know, or if you do know, that is the news of the day so far. Keita is going to find Jota to Taki, up to Kostas. Kostas is going to go back to Jota, then Jota back to Fabinho. Fabinho with the long diagonal ball, actually not really a diagonal, a centered ball to Taki. It's going to fall down to Jota. Jota's going to turn. Think about it. Jota's going to be challenged there. He gets straight back up. No nonsense. Was not a foul. Here we have Lincoln City on the break. Hopper's tearing the line. Hopper's thinking about it. Scully possibly with the ball, and he's not going to get the ball past.
I'd say for like Lincoln City, I feel like it's the first. They're getting on the counterattack, but they're just missing that one pass to like link the count, like to link the counter. It's kind of the only issue. I feel like Scully gets the ball stuck there, ball in, Kostas with the header, or Williams with the header out, and then there's going to be a shot that's going to be deflected for a goal kick. Everton signing. So this is interesting because typically I always think Everton signings are just not a big deal, and I think it's a complete waste of time. But this time, when you have Carlo Ancelotti, a coach that actually knows what he's doing, and then you bring Hamas in, which someone that he's actually coached before, you start to sometimes think, it's like, wow, this may be something that works out. I mean, they're scoring a lot of goals with Calvert-Lewin. Like, they have a different newfound energy there. I would not like joke about Everton as I have in the past about how easy walk in the park it would be. Lincoln City with a corner here, they're going to go far post again like they got from the first goal, and that one's going to go out of play. But I do think Everton's gotten better as a club. Like when they were buying like Gylfi Sigurdsson, like some of those other players, they didn't buy Welbeck at some point. No, he went to Watford. But like they bought a bunch of Gylfi, Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison. They bought all these people for like 50, 40 million. They really weren't that good players to begin with. They just had inflated prices. But now I actually think he's starting to inject some quality into the side with like Hamas and actually making them play the way that he necessarily wants them to play too. So I do think they're not going to be a walk in the park. It's a team to watch out for. I think they'll be high mid-table. And that pains me to say it. Like a lot. It hurts a lot to say that, but it's true. I have to give credit where credit is due. Brandt's going to take the throw in here. About 3 minutes or 2 minutes left until the 90, and then we'll see how much extra time we have here. Scully is going to find Edun. Edun is going to run out of space there. Taki's going to be on the break. He's got Jota to his left, Origi down the middle. Origi with a nice ball. He's going to take a first-time shot, and he scores. Palmer should have definitely palmed that one away, I think. Maybe there was too much power on it, and as I said, Origi doesn't show up, and then he shows up out of nowhere and scores a goal. So I eat my own words there as the commentator. It happens, I guess, but hey, good for Origi. Love to see it. Good for him to get his goal there, and good respect between him and the Lincoln City defender there helping him get up. I think it was Montsma. I mean, this is a classic Liverpool break. You have Jota off to the left, spreading the other center back out, and then Divock just it's a nicely placed ball. It's from almost the outside of the box, and he just smashes it. Absolutely smashes it. He's still there. He doesn't get his hands down fast enough. I don't know if I can fully blame Palmer there. It's a pretty hard shot to save. Reaper, do you think Bournemouth should have had their appeal? Appeal for what was it? Unfortunately, I know they got relegated, and Eddie Howe did leave the squad. Eddie Howe, coach that I actually sort of did admire, but I also kind of admired the fact that Bournemouth allowed him to kind of coach to the end. Like, hey, you brought us here. You brought Bournemouth to the top. You're going to come down right with us. Kind of mutual respect between club and coach, and very much respectful, and something I like to see. Here we're going to be walking into the 90th minute here for Liverpool. Back to Reece Williams, and it's going to go back up to Fabinho. It's going to be 3 minutes of added time here, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case if you are enjoying the content and want to be notified when we go back live or anything like that, please hit the follow button on Twitch or hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Sorry if you hit the subscribe button on YouTube, sometimes it doesn't pop up in notifications, so I apologize about that. But if you're enjoying the content, just hit subscribe or follow or anything like that. Really much appreciated. We do a lot of NBA streams. If you're an NBA fan, we also do all the Liverpool matches. We do a lot of Champions League matches too, the big ones, even if Liverpool's not in them. So there's a lot of different type of content on this channel for pretty much everyone. Williams, I'm going to try to go to the touchline. No, to Grujic. Fabinho. To Jota, back to Kostas. And people, yeah. And thank you for everybody that did sub because the number did went up, but I don't get notified for it. So thank you, though. I appreciate it very much. Fabinho to Jota. Then back to Curtis Jones. Jones to Keita. And we also typically have two commentators as well. Reese Williams to Jones, then to Keita. Liverpool here just trying to kill the game and just kind of move on to the next. Then Taki's going to find Costas, kind of a Costas Tsimikas is going to be cutting in. Then Jota's going to get the ball back out to Jones. Yeah, right. Finally, Origi did something. Yeah, I know. It's just like right when you critique him, he's like the person that's going to come in and score the goal right out of nowhere. It's just like, oh God, shouldn't have said that. And that's how I felt precisely in that moment. I was like, well, I probably should not have said that, but it's all right. Scully is going to be on the run here. Maybe Lincoln City is going to be able to pull one back for consolation. Feel good. No. Lincoln City's still on the attack. Nice ball in behind for Adun. Ball in the middle. Oh, if that one gets through, Hopper gets his goal. Oh, Adun knows it too. He needed to get that ball in. Great block there. But unfortunately, he knows that if he gets that ball through, it's going to be a goal from Lincoln City there. So kind of rather unfortunate there. Here's going to be the last chance, though, for Lincoln City to possibly get a and here Klopp and the coach are going to give a nice fist pump, and I think they'll have a nice conversation as well. Seems to be some nice respect there from both of them. Here, a hit. Adrian saves. Scully possibly going to take a shot. Scully shoots. Oh, he wasn't able to run onto it. Oh, but the final whistle will come. Klopp said his congratulations and his respects to the Lincoln City coaching staff and everybody as well. Liverpool will take this game and move on to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, and move on to the fourth round there. And we will be awaiting I think we don't know about our player just yet. Those referees look so young. I got to say, respect to them. I feel like some of the even players are older than them, but hey, credit to everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out in chat. Soraya and RO Pilot 15. Thank you for the follows on Twitch. Really appreciate those on YouTube. I'm sorry that I don't get notified when the subs do pop up, but thank you, Ollie Woodhall and Reaper, for hanging out with us. If you guys want to come out, hang with us more in the future, Tor Build too, Jamaica too, as well, James Roche, Nopal, all of you. Thank you all guys for hanging out and chat and everything like that. If you guys want to continue watching the content, just drop a follow or sub or anything like that. But hey, at the end of the day, Liverpool gets the win. It was a good showing from Lincoln City, I would definitely say. So if you're a Lincoln City supporter, I would not be that upset about this. You do sometimes get a really unlucky draw against a Premier League team, and that was one of those moments, but played pretty well. You take away those two deflected goals, and if you have Hopper as a more efficient striker into the game at the beginning, I actually think you may have had a chance to actually make this game pretty interesting. But for all of us here at Real Life Sports, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast, and we will be back tomorrow for the NBA Game 5 of the Heat Celtics. And then we will definitely be back on Monday for the Liverpool Arsenal match. So that will be the next football match we do will be Liverpool Arsenal at Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you very much, all. Have a nice, blessed day and weekend if I don't see you. And I still think am I still live on YouTube? Yeah, I don't think my brother's turned off the stream on the YouTube side of things. So the Discord I just dropped there in the link. Let me see. Turn off the stream. So we like run dual streams, right? So one of them will stay on. Like I manage the Twitch one, and my brother is running the stream while he's working. So he's probably going to turn it off at any second, but the Discord is down there. Ollie, if you want to join us, we have a channel for EPL type stuff. We discuss things and pretty much all sports, everything, Champions League, MLS, and everything like that. So it should be pretty fun. I don't want to necessarily just leave the channel running with nobody on it. So I guess we'll keep talking until it necessarily closes out here. And I think we should be not going, or should be taken out live here momentarily. I don't necessarily want to just hop off the stream like that, but here they're on ESPN Plus. They have no more footage or coverage here. Maybe Manchester City versus Bournemouth. Let's see what's going on in this match. If we're still live. So yeah, I think we're still live. We're just going to check out what's going on in this Manchester City Bournemouth match. Whenever my content decides to load, until my brother decides to come back and turn it off. And let's try to select the broadcast for this Man City Bournemouth game. It may have ended possibly at the same time, so it may actually just be running into that issue. But I guess speaking of that, we can make we could just take a look at all the scores that were there. Carabao Cup. So Manchester City is actually only up by a goal against Bournemouth here. So we will have to, if I can get a picture of this, I would love to be able to commentate on the last few minutes of this, but I can't. And it says I need to sign up, even though I've already signed up. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get pictures or kind of be able to comment on the Manchester City game here, but Phil Foden does score in the 75th minute, and it is still 2-1 here for Manchester City against Bournemouth. Lineups and commentary here. It seems Lewis Cook was fouled or was yellow carded for a bad foul. All right. Well, I'm not able to get pictures or any a thing from being able to call this Manchester City and Bournemouth game. So I think I will probably just turn off my camera and walk away. I'm sorry, I can't necessarily turn the stream off. I don't know how. It's not. It's I don't have control of it on the YouTube side of things. But Bournemouth here is still in the 95th minute, trying to get an equalizer back for Manchester City here. Oh, the UEFA Super Cup is going on. Is that something? I feel like everything is breaking on my end, on ESPN, on everything as well. It still is not giving me a way to be able to watch. I should be able to watch. Okay, full time in Manchester is going to be Manchester City taking the win against Bournemouth 2-1. Aston Villa, I think that's Bristol City that they beat there. UEFA Super Cup is going on right now. Bayern Munich, Sevilla. I'm not sure where I'm able to watch this match, but I could also, I guess I could end up. What match? What is this on? What is the UEFA Super Cup on? It's a great question. Oh no, the UEFA Super Cup has actually ended 1-1. Wait, that's kind of impossible because one thing says 82 minutes and the other one says 90.
trying to find. It's CBS is playing this game. Interesting. Oh, I have to pay for this. I don't want to do that. 3 p.m. Super Cup. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to pay for that. All right. So I think I'm going to, I mean, some people are coming in and watching. The game did finish. If people are still in chat, maybe there's some topics we could talk about until I can somehow get this stream turned off. But as of right now, I also don't really just want to leave you hanging with just like with absolutely nothing unless everybody's kind of walked away from the keyboard and, or phone or anything like that. And they're pretty much done. So